Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you from Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Mitch, and with me, as always, is my favorite pot of gold, Nate.
Here's your shamrock shake.
Thank you.
Literal quote from this movie. There's so many good ones to choose from, Mitch. It was have shamrock shake. Looks like it's your time of the month. Was another that was from the same scene. There's a lot. There's a lot.
So it had one good scene, is what I'm hearing.
No, there was a MC Hammer joke.
There was
a lot of good shit in this. There's a lot of good stuff.
We are going to debate that. Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, where each week we take a look at a different horror movie and debate a horror related topic. This week, look, it is St. Patty's Day. Top of the morning to y'all. We are
that's what Leprechaun says. Top of the morning to y'all.
It's a Texas Leprechaun. We are talking Leprechaun, the annual tradition. Now, Nate, we've been to space. We've been to the hood. I don't remember if we've been back to the hood for the episode.
We've been to Vegas. No, we've been to Vegas. We went to the original. We went to Jennifer Aniston's.
We went to the cottage, and we're going back to that cottage. That's right.
Yeah.
We are reviewing the newest entry. I think it's the newest entry, Leprechaun Returns, which was a Sci-Fi Channel jam.
Yep.
So get excited for that. Jesus. Yeah. So, I mean, this is only the second one without Warwick Davis. So again, correct. All good things. These are all, things when you think of like really good horror movies, these are two things you hear: sci-fi produced and not including the original guy. So already off to a strong start.
Yeah, just like the classic Nightmare on Elm Street movie without the original Freddy Krueger. Yeah, Jackie Earle Haley. He was great.
Yes, the remake. Yes.
Everyone said Jackie Earle Haley was so good in that. Robert Englund, who? Like, come on. Incredible stuff. That's what I was saying in this movie. I was like, Warwick Davis, who?
Well, if you were saying that about Jackie Earle Haley, you'll probably be saying the same thing about this one, I guess. Seems like that carries over. Well, look, we've got a lot to get into. Nate is already about 4 green beers in, I presume.
I didn't get green food coloring this year. What is wrong with me?
I don't know. Because nothing I'm sure nothing makes Oberon taste better than green food coloring.
Well, you can add anything to it. It's basically perfect. So.
Jesus. On that note, all right, we're gonna get into it. But first, as always, let's have a little debate question.
Bid our father, the Sea King, rise from the depths full foul in his fury. Black waves teeming with salt foam to smother this young mouth with pungent slime.
Holy shit, Nate. He could have been talking about Leprechaun in this movie when he comes up from the well.
Yeah.
Like pungent slimes everywhere. Mm-hmm, comes up from the depths.
Oh, this is the end of this movie is pretty slimy. There's definitely some slime. Yeah.
Slimer from Ghostbusters says that's a little overboard.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Yeah,
take it easy.
Calm it down. Nate, I mean, I've got to assume you've got a special St. Patrick's Day edition of the debate question. So I'm curious, what do you have for us today? What do you want to debate?
Well, so Leprechaun Returns, the movie of the week, is from 2018. It was directed by Steven Kostanski, right? Who's directed other things. Unlike some of the other directors in the storied history of the Leprechaun franchise. He's actually directed some movies. And then I found a tweet from Darren Lynn Boozman, I think I'm saying that correctly, who from the Saw franchise. And of course, I guess, he's one of your favorite people of all time because he did direct Repo the Genetic Opera.
Well, yeah, he's a winner.
And Saw 2 and Chris Rock's Spiral. So, but
all good.
Yeah, there's some good in there.
No, that's not a bad one. There's not a bad one on that list. Go on.
Saw 4. But he had a tweet saying, I've been trying to pitch a new Leprechaun movie for years. When Bloody Disgusting reported that Lionsgate was looking at, hey, we're looking to take pitches on a Leprechaun movie to bring it back. What do you guys got? And old Darren, your boy Darren, was pitching Repo the Leprechaun opera, Lepre opera. I don't know.
It would have been a rap opera, kind of like
exactly.
Would it have been like Hamilton? That would have been pretty tight. I that's how I imagine this going. It's
the Leprechaun's like, I don't care what country you're starting. Just give me the gold. Yeah. I don't care who you. Ben Franklin, great. Where's my gold at? But anyway, I was thinking, what horror director do you think would have a good take on Leprechaun? It would probably if we know this horror director, most likely they would be taking a deep pay cut from the Sci-Fi Channel. Well, potentially to direct this. But what horror director from all the movies we've done or beyond, whatever, whichever way you want to go, who do you think would do Leprechaun the justice it so richly deserves?
Good. That's a very good question. First that came out to my mind, I feel like Jordan Peele would do Leprechaun justice
with the comedic elements.
I think so. I think he could find something new to do with it.
Because like my boy Robert Eggers, it wouldn't be.
No, it would.
No,
it's too.
No.
It's too. No. That would. I think Peele. Jordan Peele would be very good. I think he would be able to pull up something, make something really worthwhile happen to it. I'm trying to think, because I mean here's the problem, right? Like what do you do if you're, what do you do with Leprechaun? Let's talk about Lep. What do you do?
You do what you did in this movie and just nail it. So
sure. No, but I mean, like, okay, how do you make this different, right? Like this one does what I think, some of the later entries do, and they lean into the comedy aspect of it.
I don't know. The kills were really brutal.
I'm not saying the kills weren't bad. I'm just saying though, like the Lep is like still like crap. I mean, basically everything is done to set up Lep for his next punchline.
I don't know about setting it up. I think, he's Leprechaun. He's not a quiet antagonist by any stretch of the imagination. He's like he's both. He's a serious killer and he can crack a joke with the best of them.
Well, I guess the question is, Nate, what would you want to see change about it though? Because I mean, are you going to bring someone in just to do the same shit you've already seen?
Oh, so you want a Robert Eggers?
I don't know that I want Robert Eggers. I don't know that I'm
like
saying
you're getting like period appropriate Irish English. Like,
well,
like that,
I just
you,
all I'm
you
saying,
want that,
right?
You want that
exactly. I want the potato famine to be really a central point of this film.
That would be incredible.
You're all in now.
That would actually be incredible. So it's in, yeah. Oh man, that's incredible. Yeah, that's a good.
Okay, well, good. I'll work on my pitch for that then. But like I said, I mean, my worry is that if you go too serious with it, you end up getting closer to like Wishmaster, like that kind of genie, like, you know, because he does a lot of the same type of like magic. You're all Wishmaster is missing is just a pot of gold that gives him his powers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you'd have to go back closer to the first one. I still want him to not be like, I mean, he still has the crack jokes, but less cartoony, Freddy Krueger-esque, right?
Yeah, he's got to have the limericks. I mean, that is just,
and so that's why I feel like Jordan Peele could man. I think he could balance that line where it's still got some humor in it, but it's also a lot more. It also really maintains that kind of like edge to making you actually like afraid of Leprechaun. In no way is anyone afraid of Leprechaun in real life. At no point.
Well, maybe when he's riding a drone, you're not feeling so good about it.
Movie.
What I thought it was all right. So my picks are okay. Well, who's a recent director of a big horror movie that came out the same year as this, who knows comedy pretty well? I don't know. John Krasinski. That's right. What if Jim is directing?
We both picked effectively established comedians turned director.
Yeah, but what do you think about that? Ooh.
Maybe
it would never happen.
No.
But what if?
Like I really it'd be hard to imagine. Although if it doesn't turn into like a fake like Office parody type of thing, like Leprechaun like kills someone that just kind of looks at the camera and just like makes a face, that would be, I'd be almost sold on that. Like if he just like basically acts like Jim the whole time. Incredible. Yeah, I mean,
it's more of a prank. Well, it's very pranky in this one, actually.
Yeah, it is very cool.
I originally thought just for a second Rob Zombie, and then I stabbed my own eyes out instantaneously.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to see.
What about
no one needs a grimy grindhouse-esque Leprechaun film. No one's asking for that. No, people are barely asking for a regular Leprechaun film.
But what about Alexandre Aya, the director of Piranha 3D, Hills Have Eyes remake, and podcast favorite Crawl? Did Crawl, right?
Crawl was good.
Good tension.
Crawl was good.
Did Piranha 3D, that had a nice mixture of murdering and comedic elements.
Mm-hmm.
Did Hills Have Eyes remake, which was a solid remake.
I don't hate it.
I skipped Daniel Radcliffe and horns, but if you want to count that as a positive, we totally can.
He does. I mean, he's more of a creature feature type of guy versus. I mean, Leprechaun's not really.
Well, that's what the Leprechaun is. That's the whole thing.
But I get what you're saying. Maybe. I don't hate. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
All right. Don't hate it. That's about as good as I could possibly hope for with this one. Okay, I was going to say, hey, John Carpenter come out of retirement.
Well, so take your director. So pick one of those guys. What's the setting?
Leprechaun is in the forest. It's a Jimmy Jam Jarmusch joint. Nothing happens. End of the movie. What do you think?
He just wanted to work Jaramushin. God damn it! I was blissfully. I've forgotten all about Jaramush.
That was last week.
I know. I blocked that. That's all. I blocked. I wanted to get as far away from getting Jaramushed as possible, and here we are.
You tried to do the Fandango away from it, but it did not work. You know what I would love to retroactively have seen? Stuart Gordon. Of Dolls and Reanimator fame, I think could have done a good Leprechaun movie. Like he had green ooze, a lot of ooze in this one, a lot of green in this one. Check. Dolls, creepy small things. Check. That would have been a good 80s one. But alas, it started. It's too late. Just Leprechaun missed his time, just like he always is. He's always missing a time. I feel like Leprechaun should do a movie like back in the day, setting wise, right? Like 1800s. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe 1800s Leprechaun is terrifying, right? Because like you don't have the technology or like things easily accessible like you do now, right? Like maybe that's the way. Because so the movie before this is Leprechaun Origins. What if we go really to the origins?
Sure.
Go in the Wayback Machine and get this figured out. That would be awesome.
Well, and I would actually be more interested in. I mean, there's other like Irish supernatural shit besides just leprechauns. Like leprechauns is the obviously easy St. Patty's Day, but man, what if it's like there's like banshees involved? What if there's other like
this? You're getting into Robert Eggers territory now. You are now.
That's fair. Maybe I do. You know what? I've come around. Maybe I do want a Robert Eggers. But would that make?
Banshees of Inisherin too?
Oh my God! But would that make Leprechaun the protagonist? Is he the anti-hero of this?
See, that is the pivot. What if they never did?
What if that's like? I mean, he's so obsessed with his gold. What if the origin is really about him how he got that gold, and then
he was wrong? Yeah, he was wrong.
Like it's almost like a Gollum-esque Lord of the Rings kind of thing, right? Like he's getting gold. He's gone through this thing. He's fought off banshees. He's gone through the underworld, done all this bullshit, right? Finally gets it, and then some stupid human finds like the hiding place because of a rainbow, and he's just like loses his shit, and it's just like he just starts murdering.
Totally, he gets totally like quadruple crossed. Someone he loves dies, and then all that hate turns inward and then becomes the leprechaun.
Okay, well now he's starting to sound like Darth Vader, but sure.
But way better. Because there's anti-heroes all over the place. Jason became kind of almost a good guy-ish, like some of the time. Jigsaw became kind of a good or like very understandable guy.
Yeah, because he doesn't have his power without his gold, and so. It would be interesting if the gold the gold corrupted him, and that would like it could still be violent and bloody and all that. You could still do that. But
because he was trying to save his family during the potato famine, Mitch, we can tie it all together, and then he got it, but it was it had magic on it, and then it caused him to be leprechaun, but then his family died. And then he's, cursed with it.
My God, Nate, you've done it. You finally pitched a Leprechaun movie. Yes. I want to see. I want to see this movie.
Let's do it. Lionsgate. We just did it. Where's that tweet at?
Right.
Let's clip this, record that, and send it, or put that recording out and send that to them. Yeah. Done.
Just if y'all can just not like let Robert Eggers just kind of do his thing and not get involved in it. I think that would be,
he wanted to do Nosferatu for a long time, but his backup was Leprechaun, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so it makes a lot of sense. You either go for the tallest creature or the shortest. One of the two.
I either had to be like lanky or have no lips. Like these are the two options. Yeah.
Oh,
he's about extremes. That's what he's about. So, all right.
Well, there you go. Well, guys, let us know what director you want to see try this out, take on the mantle at Texas Podcast Massacre at gmail.com, TX Pod Massacre on Twitter, and Texas Podcast Massacre everywhere else.
What if Seth Rogen did a Leprechaun movie?
How do I mute you? How do I just mute you for a second? I feel like
that would be incredible.
Jesus.
Edgar Wright. How about maybe more of an Edgar Wright? Oh, he's got comedy.
Edgar
from England, getting closer.
Edgar Wright, and that's what we haven't seen. It's always been like the Leprechaun shows up in America weirdly, or space, or the Hood.
Imagine the soundtrack on this Leprechaun. movie if Edgar Wright is involved.
Yeah. What if? I mean, yeah. Let's see, like actual like people from the UK dealing with this, right? Like,
yeah, that's
like, and that's not even a huge ass departure. That's just like, hey, let's just like stick to the same region, like, you know. I don't know. I don't hate that one either. But
I'm nailing it. This is the whole episode.
Nail it. Give us a call at 346-246-3143. We actually do have a voicemail from our friend Gary from Big D. So let's listen in.
Hey guys, this is Gary from Big D. Just wanted to say congratulations to Mitch and Lisa on joining the Trios Club. I am a part of that club, so my 3 little ones are pretty wild at times. So good luck with that. Also, just wanted to give a gift, but before I do that, you guys on this past episode were looking for a wrestling word that was only 1 syllable, I think, and that would be what? Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's the most annoying word, but it is the one that most wrestling fans have used and still to this day, even though it's dead and gone, are using it. Then lastly, the gift. Well, this is the one gift that I can give without being a creepo and trying to find your address, driving to your house, calling your personal cell phone, or doing anything really strange. And this gift will be something that I think you will value more than anything I could give you monetarily. You don't have to review the new Children of the Corn movie. Yeah, that's a gift I think they'll give to you, your family, and also all of us fans of your podcast. Just want to throw that out there. And, so hope you guys have a great one. Thanks for letting me call. See you soon.
I do appreciate that he said he's not going to try to drive a house, but then it ends it with see you soon. So a little getting mixed messages, my man. No, Gary, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the gift of not having to watch the new Children of the Corn. Nate, how do you feel about that gift?
I saw that the new Children of the Corn movie, just kind of scoping it out, and oh boy, it looked egregiously bad.
Well, yeah, thank you for that gift.
So yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, I watched this movie with Samara, and would not be. It's not one that was going to be high on the list. I'll tell you that much. Well, again, thank you so much. I really love hearing from you, man. And I think we have a special surprise coming relatively soon. I think we'll have a return from Lisa here for a special episode. We'll let y'all know when. She saw a trailer, Nate, and she's like, I'm willing to come back for that one. All right.
Wait, but Cocaine Bear already came out. So
it wasn't Cocaine Bear. It wasn't. It wasn't
okay.
Cocaine Bear. But it will be a good one. It will be a fun one. So yeah, get excited for that. But yeah, thank you very much. And again, for everyone else, we want to hear y'all. Give us a call back. Again, the number is 346-246-3143. With that said, let's get into this week's movie of the week, Leprechaun Returns.
You must be one of the girls. Fixing up the old house way out there from campus.
You know about that?
Small town.
My mom used to live here.
She didn't tell you anything about the place where you're going?
No. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything. We made sure of it.
You guys really going off grid?
By the end of summer, we'll have moved all our electricity to solar and all our water to the well.
There's no internet?
No internet and no cell service either.
Hello?
I've got a lot of killing to make up for.
This can't be real.
Do I look like a figment of imagination to you? I want me gold.
Here's the thing my mom always said was real.
Her and her friends threw me down the well to rot.
There is a deranged dwarf obsessed with money in the kitchen.
It's a leprechaun. He would murder anyone for his gold.
Why you look so sore? Audiences love lots of gore.
I spent last summer stopping poachers from killing sea turtles in Costa Rica. I can handle a bunch of pocket-sized pixies.
Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. When it was like, there's no internet, no cell service. It's like, oh my God, why'd they put the laugh there? Why?
Laughing at these college kids.
No,
it's not about the trailer, Mitch. It's about the quality of the film.
It's about sending a message.
Really,
that messages. It does not cost a lot to make
messages.
These movies.
This franchise is back.
Oh,
That's
is
what the
it?
message
It's back.
is.
God, it's smashing between two different Sharknadoes.
Now, speaking of Sharknado, so I'm thinking, which movie? You can't even. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's uncontainable at this point. So I don't know if you know this, Mitch, but speaking of shark movies, I was hoping that Lisa's pick was Big Shark, which is a Tommy Wiseau joint with Greg Sestero that's supposed to be releasing sometime this summer. It was filmed originally in Lafayette, Louisiana, then filmed in New Orleans, Louisiana. Then a little while later, decided let's just shoot some film in England. So that's supposed to potentially come out this summer. Is that the movie that Lisa wants to see? Speaking of sharks,
I'll go ahead and spoil this. No, Tommy Wiseau joint.
I tried.
I'm sure she's blissfully unaware.
Well, don't worry. We're still doing it. I just wanted to know if she was going to be part of it.
No.
That's the main question.
No, although we might have to get unsuspecting victim Anthony on for that one. One, because he can't stand Tommy Wiseau to begin with. But two, he's also from Lafayette. And I just can't imagine. I've been to Lafayette several times. I can't imagine Tommy Wiseau walking around Lafayette.
I can imagine Tommy Wiseau walking around.
Oh I know. Sorry, I can do that. But yeah, wow. I'm excited for all the wrong reasons about that.
Yeah,
everything you just said about that.
You're welcome. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. We did it.
We did it. Nate, the elevator pitch is, hey, remember how like Halloween has like multiple different branches where like you can just pretend certain movies didn't exist? Let's do that for all of Leprechaun. So this movie basically ignores literally every movie besides the first.
No, but none of the movies ever interacted anyway.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not saying it's the wrong move. I'm just saying it's a move.
Fair.
It's a move.
Okay,
it's a move
that I understand. Okay, I understand it. You say it that
way. Yeah, they basically choose to pretend. They basically choose to live the same life that I do, which is pretend that these movies do not exist. Nate, what can you tell us about Leprechaun Returns?
Leprechaun Returns is Mitch. Which movie is it? Just off the top of your head, how many movies have there been? You said there's been a million. How many?
Is this the 8th?
You nailed it. We got 1 through 4. We got Two Hoods, Origins, and Leprechaun Returns. This is the fun fact. Mitch is the only Leprechaun movie I do not own on Blu-ray. So I actually saved this one for the podcast.
Sorry, is it even available on Blu-ray?
I'm pretty sure
something tells me this isn't for a lack of
is.
trying that you don't have.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Did you order it?
No, but I should now that it is $5.79 on Amazon. So it is ready to go.
That seems like $4.79 more than it should be. If I'm being honest.
It is ready to go.
Oh,
that's incredible. I just need to check if there's I just need to look if there's director commentary, and if there is, then I am purchasing it.
Does your wife, when you like a packet shows up at Amazon that's in a DVD like shape, does she even ask questions, or does she even want to know? Like, is she just like whatever? Like, You know what I mean? Like is she curious? Like, what is it this time, or does she just like, it's better I just don't know. I just rather not.
Yeah, it's more like probably the second.
Yeah.
There's no director commentary, so I'm kind of it's probably not gonna happen.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Is there any commentary or
we got no? There's just
nothing.
one featurette. There's one featurette.
Okay.
Lame. But anyway, so yeah, Leprechaun Returns. So 2018. This is the 8th movie. You know, the Leprechaun Back to the Hood was 2003, so there's 11-year gap until 2014 when they did Origins in it, and that one did not do particularly well. WWE.
Yeah, Hornswoggle didn't.
WWE Films, WWE Studios, I should say, did that one, and this one was Sci-Fi Channel joint and way better. So there you go. So Leprechaun Returns is, I think, on IMDb, I think it is the number. Is it the number 1 rated? Not that there's a lot. I believe it's number 1.
This is the number 1 rated Leprechaun.
This is
movie.
the number 1 rated. Yes, I'm confirming. Yes, my notes are correct here. So this is the number 1.
I somehow just got angrier.
Nailed it. We nailed it here. So yeah, there you go. This came out, you know, a classic time to release a Leprechaun movie, December 11th,
Tracks.
2018 on VOD, but then March 17th, 2019 on the Sci-Fi Channel. So there you go. VOD for a couple months, and then you put it on TV for St. Patrick's. So it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So this one just says those other leprechauns didn't exist except the first one. You know, normally, Mitch, I hate when they like put continuity into these things, like, oh, the characters from the other one, you know, like Scream 5 did. I usually do not like that. This one did it with Jennifer Aniston's character, right, from 25 years previously. Didn't mind it at all. Didn't mind it. This was tastefully done. 2 characters referenced, 1 daughter, a little bit of ghost work. This is the way to do it. A little bit of ghost work. It was almost like Seth Green and Idle Hands.
A little bit
type action, except I said with no talking. But it was very sad. I like Idle Hands, so go back and listen to that awesome episode. So yeah, I kind of dug it. I'm not gonna lie. I really did like this movie. Like, actively enjoyed this.
Wait,
movie.
Nate, we've never done Idle Hands. What do you mean go back and listen to it?
We did Idle Hands, didn't we?
No, we've never done
I'm almost positive we did.
We've never done it.
Oh, we haven't? What? Oh, man. Okay, let's go do that. That's on the list now.
God damn it.
That movie's incredible. I do have the Blu-ray on that one. So, all right, cool. All right, well, expect Idle Hands soon. Thanks, Mitch. You walked into that one. But no, this movie.
I just played myself. So you're right.
Congratulations. You leprechauned yourself. Not really. Are we doing a Leprechaun movie too? That'd be great. No, but this movie. So this movie is directed by Steven Kostanski, who you might remember from, I know, previous episodes for sure, The Void and Psycho Gorman. In between those movies, he did this movie, Mitch. And it's the best.
What I find hilarious is I don't remember actually what you said about Psycho Gorman. I know you hated The Void, but I liked The Void.
I did not care for The Void. Psycho Gorman was pretty good. Good. The humor in that one was good too, just like this movie. Like, good humoring. Yeah.
I think it's funny that I think we were on the opposite sides of both those films, and it seems like the streak is going to continue. I had to.
Yep. Yep. I like the more Psycho Gorman anything. But you know, his work with comedy has been in these 2 movies I've enjoyed. But you know, where he really shines, you know, he does the makeup, kind of practical effects stuff. And in this movie, the practical effects are quite good. Again, I mean, anything this guy's involved with will be solid. The Void, Did not care for the movie a bunch, but man, the practical effects in The Void were solid.
Yeah.
Psycho Gorman, same thing. Like when they did like when the kid was like the, you know, like the little creature thing, that was very believable. Like well played. Psycho Gorman in general had a great look. Same thing here with this Leprechaun. And this Leprechaun is like I don't know, how do you like describe it? He's like a smoldered version. I don't know.
Yeah,
he came out of that guy.
Yeah.
It's like he's wearing the scars of being gone for 25 years, physically on his body, which I enjoyed. So, I mean, instead of doing the Void movies, this guy should be doing more Leprechaun type stuff or Psycho Gorman type stuff. So hopefully that continues. The lead actress in this is Taylor Spritler. You might remember her from a little TV show. She was in 137 episodes in 2009-2010 called Days of Our Lives. That's right, Mitch. She's also in an upcoming TV series called Mystery Inc. She plays Daphne for Scooby-Doo. Then I realized there's many Scooby-Doo adaptions and that are coming out that have recently come out or are coming out. So I'm not sure what happened with the licensing on Scooby-Doo, but there's a lot of them. Anyway, she's Daphne in one of them. So there you go. That's exciting. She was also in Amityville: The Awakening, which I did not see, but it's Amityville movies, so you know it's bad.
Yep.
So yeah, Days of Our Lives in this. That's all you really need at that point. Her friend, to be honest, who was hilarious in this one, Pepe Sanuga. I believe I'm saying that name correctly. Who is Katie in this? She is in 2 episodes of the Walker Texas Ranger show that exists from the guy from Supernatural, which I did not realize was happening. So there's that. Mitch, Walker Texas Ranger's back. She was in
who's Walker?
The guy in Supernatural who was in Gilmore Girls. Not the one who was not in Gilmore Girls.
Gotcha.
I don't know their names. She was in the Pam and Tommy.
And who is Texas Ranger?
Who's Cordell? I don't know.
Sorry, you were saying about.
It doesn't matter. Pam and Tommy, the miniseries, the one with the guy who's the Winter Soldier. I'm just not going to say anyone's name. She was in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Okay.
There apparently was a Mortal Kombat X Generations TV show.
Didn't watch
it. And she was in Taylor. She was Taylor Dubois in 4 episodes of General Hospital. So we have the daytime TV well represented. Their other friend, Cy Bennett, who played Rose in this. She was in a movie of the same year called Lake Placid Legacy. That's right, Mitch. There's more Lake Placid movies. So how excited are you for that?
Why? Why are there more? Lake Placid did fine.
There's many Lake Placids,
but
we're up to like 8 or 9 Lake Placids at this point.
I mean, what ROI do you have to automatically get a greenlit movie? Because I can't imagine Lake Placid did like that well.
You know,
some of these that get sequels, like I get it. Like, and look, I realize how hypocritical this is coming from a Puppet Master fan. But here's my point.
Really. Great question. Great question coming from a Puppet Master.
But how much money do you have to make to like automatically qualify? Is it like 20?
These people
20 times,
don't.
Sure.
This movie cost 3 cents to make. Lake Placid Legacy. It cost 3 cents to make. They probably got credit from somewhere to. Like,
this is all a money laundering thing happening. I have to assume at this point.
You know how people are like like you see someone in like every Netflix thing.
Yeah.
This lady did the same thing with Sci-Fi Channel. 2018, it's the year of the Sci-Fi Channel. We got returning Mark Holton, who was in the original Leprechaun movie as Ozzy, reprising his role briefly with some speaking parts, and then getting massacred really early, and then becoming guts falling out type ghost person. Although he kind of taped himself up so he wasn't spilling his guts. That's nice. You might remember him from 2 episodes of a little TV show I like to call Days of Our Lives. One episode, he was Detective Morgan. One episode, he was Santa. So he played Santa on Days of Our Lives, Mitch. Bet you weren't expecting that.
I wasn't.
Bet you were expecting that.
I wasn't. Was that back when Sammy and them were all on there, and Lucas? Or
Oh yeah, this is like 2003. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. 20 years ago, you're probably set. This is the run of films that Mark had in the 80s and early 90s. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He was the character Chubby.
Yeah.
He was the character Chubby in Teen Wolf. He was the character Doughboy in My Chauffeur. He was Chubby in Teen Wolf 2. He was a spectator in The Naked Gun. He was in A League of Their Own. He was in Leprechaun. He was in an episode of Seinfeld, Little Giants, and then basically another Leprechaun movie that never was, Rumpelstiltskin. If you ever saw that movie, which I recommend,
I did
for
not.
hilariousness.
I'm still trying to figure out who he was in Little Giants.
I don't know, but he was there. And then that was kind of the end. But he was in one episode of basically every TV show you've ever that existed around that time too. So there you go. Oh, and he played John Wayne Gacy in something.
Oh boy,
that was called Gacy. So he's got that. There's more horror action. I don't know why I just didn't skip that one. So yeah, so that guy's got a great run there. So there you go. And then finally, Lyndon Porco is the Leprechaun, and I think he did a great job. Mitch, how dare you? He was in Academy Award nominated movie Nightmare Alley in 2021. He was uncredited as Body in Cult of Chucky, the movie. I don't even know what that even means. Uncredited, but was in Cult of Chucky. So there you go. Yeah, he was a character called Toadies in A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. So joke's on you, Mitch. This guy's crushing it.
Oh yeah, I've been taught my lesson.
Well, you're welcome.
Okay, so Nate, I mean, tell me.
Hold on.
Taglines
for this. Be careful what you wish for.
No one wished for this. Who wished for this?
And Mitch, back to Shamrock Your World. The best tagline I've ever heard, probably.
Oh my God. I feel like I just lost brain cells the minute you said that.
Back to Shamrock Your World is exactly what a tagline should be. And then lastly, Warwick Davis
that
was offered
sounds like
this
the goddamn.
down.
That sounds like the tagline for the McDonald's Shamrock Shake or Sham Shakes or whatever the hell they're called.
And people want both of these things, Mitch. Warwick Davis was offered the role and turned it down. He says that since he became a father, he doesn't think he'll be in horror movies anymore because of his children. So I don't know. I don't know
what a weird ass excuse for that.
I know. Just say I don't want to be Leprechaun anymore. Yeah, I did.
Don't blame your kids. Like no one's.
I'm not going back to the Hood 3.
No one's gonna fault
I'm just done with this.
Be like, look, I got Willow money coming in. I don't need this.
Don't throw the kids under the bus.
Yeah,
the kids would have loved this.
Those kids, if Nate was going to school with those kids, he'd be like bullying them and pantsing them, being like, way to cause us a leprechaun.
No, I would not. It's all Warwick Davis's fault. So there you go. Yeah. Okay. Now go ahead, Mitch. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
No more Days of Our Lives.
Now, Nate. So you said this was like the top rated Leprechaun film. Do you agree with that assessment?
I think this is probably the best one.
Over the first one.
Yeah, over the first one and over In Space.
Okay, first off, tell me why you think so, and also let me know who do I call if I'm worried about your mental health. back in Portland? Like, is there a service I can call? Can someone go and do like a wellness check on you?
There's really good public services here. You probably
I don't think we have any of those in Texas, but I think you need it. Maybe there's something. It can't just be fluoride in the water. It's got to be something else. Why do you think this is better?
Hold on.
Why do you think this is the best one? Yeah. Crack open that other green beer. That's got to be.
Well, I mean, so technically it's
green
tied for
the green dye.
It's tied with 3 is the best one, but this is better than 3, I think. This one is just it's actually like a reasonable movie in terms of construction. There's a lot less like a lot of bad horror movies have that big middle lag like section.
Sure. And
I don't think this really had that. I was assuming it would have that and like doing other things a little bit like while the movie was happening. And then I was like, and I kept having to go back because I'm like, wait, what was like, oh, that actually was awesome. So like it wasn't like a classic bad movie where it's like, okay, I can just kind of zone out for like 20 minutes. Like it had just enough going. The kills are actually extremely interesting in this one. Which it's like there's been so many horror movies. It's like, how do we even like do this?
Sure.
And like they did a good job. Like the kills in this are actually pretty inventive. They tie back to previous things that had happened even a while ago. And they all tie in with the theme of these people trying to use this land as a, kind of a like a green project for their college. It actually gives them an actual reason to be there. It was just like surprisingly coherent. It's a low bar for the Leprechaun movies. It was surprisingly coherent. No one was trying to woo any space princesses, I guess. There's no Mac Daddy Onassis. Although I will say the comedy elements of this, I think, hit extremely well. It seems like we'll be in disagreement on that part of it. But I thought there were parts that were just actively very funny. So yeah, all that combined, and the kills, surprisingly brutal kills too. We got some void kills. The one with the mailbox. Oh, the solar panel. We got a straight up Children of the Corn 4 kill where she fell into the thing. That was literally shot for shot. Children of the Corn 4, but with a gingerbread man twist beforehand, which is exactly how much of a gingerbread man movie is good. 2 minutes. Yes, they nailed it. This movie had it all going. They escaped out of the basement to live. Check that off the box. I mean, Jennifer Aniston refused to reprise her role, so they hired another actress to sound extremely like her. Yeah. It sounded very close to Jennifer Aniston. That was actually very well done. And then, some of the puns were good. He stops a pun to clean some like gore off his shoe at one point. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's like a cobbler because he like actually goes and rearranges their shoes at one point.
He's done that throughout the franchise, Mitch. If you probably didn't notice, but that's been a common one. But it was good. I mean, if you look. I noticed this right away, but on the house that's now like the sorority house or whatever, it's AU, which is gold. On the periodic table. That was a little on the nose, but hilarious. A lot of things are kind of like, it's all kind of working together toward one common theme the entire movie. Again, the coherence is just shockingly good for a movie that came from the Sci-Fi Channel. So, yeah. There you go. It's got it all, Mitch. Counterpoint to that.
I think the kills were pretty good. I mean, the solar panel stuff's really good. Her going face forward into like the spike right after having her little like speech about how she was gonna not take shit from anyone. Great. Man, some of these jokes are so bad, Nate. I don't know how you can say the humor hits. It does not. It's
I said some of it hits. I said some.
No, you didn't say some or rewind the tape. You did not. It's man. Some of these lines are so cringy, so bad.
Mitch, they were bad. They were always bad.
They were always bad. Look, we're talking about a Leprechaun movie. All right. I'm not exactly expecting Shakespeare or high art. Okay. But man, one of the problems with Leprechauns after a while, I mean, how many obvious green jokes or leprechaun or gold puns or, it's some of them are good. I did like the sorority house being named AU. I thought that was good.
Classic.
Well done.
Jordan Peele-esque, you might say.
No one would say that. No one I respect as a person.
I don't know. Okay, Mitch, but I wrote this down because I had to rewind this. But he says, I've got a limerick for you. Eat a dick, ass baggins.
It's so dumb.
Come on.
To be fair, no, I did laugh at that because it's so dumb.
Come
I'm laughing at it
on.
now. It's just,
Yep.
That one did land. I stand corrected. That one, because it's such a perfect setup. It's the best joke in it because it's a perfect setup. You're waiting for a limerick, and then you did that, and a whole character, and then ass baggins. That's what? Like, is it a Lord of the Rings joke, or is it a? Or is it just a bad Irish, like, I don't know. I just,
Mitch, yes, it's everything. That's what I'm saying. This movie's great.
Everything.
There's another joke I wrote down that said, like an awful David Blaine or just David Blaine. That was incredible too. There's a lot of good stuff.
I don't know, but then they're like trying to force feed like some stuff like
there was a little
like
forcing.
He looked like a crackhead. He got a hold of the wrong stuff. I'm like, yeah, we've all seen the Alabama Leprechaun skit. Like, we all got it. There was some of that that I was like, okay.
At one point,
if I wanted to watch the
Shamrock
Alabama
Shake
Leprechaun,
joke.
I would just go watch the Alabama Leprechaun thing.
She made the Shamrock Shake joke, and then in the movie says, God, I wish someone heard that. Incredible awareness, Mitch. Come on.
Yeah. She did need to stop talking about her mom so often. I agree with her friend.
I know. Even I agreed with you're talking about your dead. You're talking about your dead mom, who's Jennifer Aniston.
It's been 5 minutes that you've met these people. Like,
yeah.
Is your whole character or is your whole personality that you have a dead mom? Like, that's, come on, don't be that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise though, like, I mean, the Lilliputian, I mean, they call it out and then they do it. It's like, why are there so many little tiny leprechauns? They're all like dancing. It's real weird.
I didn't mind that. It was a reverse beginning from Leprechaun 4. I liked it. No,
but okay. You're.
They were doing They're doing the MC Hammer side shuffle dance. That was incredible stuff. And the thing is, it was like a 2-minute scene. And that was like, that's if you're going to go for that, perfect amount of time to do it. I would say the restraint on that was, I think, fairly reasonable. Also probably because of budgeting reasons.
Oh, sure.
But there you go. But then, yeah, one of them got eaten Ginger Dead Man style, which was awesome. So yeah, I don't know. The jokes were probably best not coming from the Leprechaun. One downside. The Leprechaun's limericks were probably, some of them were okay. Some of them were not that great. None of them were extremely funny. But if I'm thinking back about the other movies, none of the limericks were really like amazing. I don't
know. No, so, they're not. They're not.
But the other characters, I guess it's mainly, I mean, the Leprechaun's fine. I think, what do you think about this guy's portrayal as the Leprechaun? Like,
I thought it was fine. I mean, he was trying, I think he was trying to do his own thing without straying too far away. I mean, I think it was fine. I liked him just fine. I still wanted Warwick Davis, right?
See, I don't know. I think
I like the look of him a lot better.
Retired.
I like the look of him a lot better.
Agreed. It's less like,
yeah,
I don't know. It looked a little bit more menacing.
Yeah.
Than the standard one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there were some really good setups in this. He was in the mailbox. That was cool. The mailbox kill was awesome. We can go maybe through the best kills, but that was cool. He popped out of the water. It was cool. He rode the drone. That was ridiculous.
That was stupid.
It
was so dumb.
But they went for it though. Like, that took like effort, like above the standard. You know, I appreciate the effort that went into some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these like things that he kind of he's popping up places. He's not quite as strong. I liked that too. And some of the other ones, his magic was able to basically, I mean, you know, he's taken over 1 million people's like, you know, bodies, right? You know, like in the, you know, the backup dancers and the Back to the Hood, or in the Hood, right? Like,
yeah,
he's less powerful, which I think makes for a better Leprechaun movie. I think the more powerful he is,
sure,
the less interested I am.
Well,
right?
yeah, because then it's like, why are you now? You're just messing around. Like, not even
exactly. So I enjoyed that. Yeah, I think at one point doesn't he say like audiences love lots of gore? Like he
did. It was in the trailer that we just watched. Yeah.
Yeah, he breaks the fourth wall a tiny bit. Much better than Jarmusch though. Sorry, Jarmusch again. But yeah, it was. I liked it. I don't know what. So let's go through the kills like that you liked. What are the kills that you liked in this one? A lot of people are getting killed in this one. So
yeah,
you got some options. A lot of deaths.
I'll tell you a kill I didn't like was the sprinkler kill. I thought that was kind of dumb.
That was it was brutal.
It was brutal.
Like stoning someone to death.
I think the only part of that was cool was what I thought was unique was like, yeah, the launching the sprinkler heads was stupid, but when it does get launched in her like throat and it starts like shooting out the blood like a sprinkler, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. That kind of made it somewhat worth it. The mailbox one you already mentioned is cool. I think the one where she falls over in the cabin and impales her head was brutal. And the solar panel, fantastic. I mean, that's
the solar panel kill was
a Mortal Kombat-esque full body slice. That was good.
Yeah, and then she trips over the half the body later, and then like still insults the guy even though he's already dead.
Yeah,
that was. It's like, stop getting with me, even
right?
though it's just like half his body.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That kill was great and set up well. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it was actually set up from the conversations of the characters. Like it actually mattered, and I thought the characters, like the lead was good. Katie, her friend, was good. Even Rose, the environmentally conscious one, was good.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith, yeah, she died. You know, it's like, all right, fair.
Yeah.
The guys were very throwaway.
Yeah.
Didn't really care for the guys, but the main two ladies were really solid and actually solid actresses that have been in actual things now.
Yeah.
Which is more than I can say for many of the people that were also in this movie. So there's that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the mailbox kills is insane. Puts his head in the mailbox after cutting him in the mailbox, hiding in the mailbox somehow. He's not that small, but whatever. And then runs over his head with the mailbox on it.
Yeah, not
that
bad.
Was pretty. That was really good. The slicing. I mean, it was like a better version of what is it? Final Destination 3 with the pane of glass. Kid who gets impaled after going to the dentist.
Oh yeah.
But this is like better than that, and like an actually good setup from a story point in the movie. The amount of jokes that were made about like, you know, sustainable energy or like green energy and like how that actually kind of worked for me too. Those are more by the characters though, so maybe that's why they were a little bit better. Some of the alternate titles on this, Mitch, you would probably not have cared for. You want to hear some of the alternate titles that they're banding about? Because they're trying to, you know, like live off the grid and do. I guess I didn't understand exactly what I guess I don't understand exactly what their whole purpose was, like with the project. Like I'm still not 100% sure what it was, so I might have missed that portion of it. But one of the alternate titles, Mitch, was Leprechaun Renewable Enemy.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for our show here. What do I say to that? That is,
I don't know.
Renewable enemy. Oh my God.
I know. I had to look at it just to make sure I saw. Like, I'm saying this right. Yes, I am saying this correct. So there's that. So most of the people in this movie end up getting killed. At one point, the girl is supposed to be so smart. She says, I got hit in the trapezius.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay. I just got impaled in the trapezius. That's incredible. Also, I don't know what you're talking about. This is incredible. Okay, so give me some more of the downsides. Let's temper my extreme optimism on this movie here. What are some of the downsides to everything I just said?
Besides what I've already mentioned,
yeah, she said Leprechaun wasn't as funny as it could be. Definitely agree on that. I think the other characters were funnier. But like kills are good. What about the story? The story did have one kind of common thread and purpose, but did you care at all?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really care about any of these people. I mean,
her mom just died, and she was Jennifer Aniston's character, and they thought she was crazy, but she wasn't. They didn't tug at your heartstrings at all. Okay, it did a little bit for me, just a little, which again is a feat for me, but for you, it did not. At all.
I don't know. Okay, Nate, where's the fucking gold? It was hidden in the house. Is that right?
It's in Bismarck. At the end of the film is him with a sign hitchhiking that says Bismarck or bust.
But how did they know it was in Bismarck? Because they just told him because they looked at the map and figured it out. Is that?
No. They said it's in they said it's in Bismarck, and he's like, "Well, that sucks. I'm going to murder all of you now." But he doesn't know where Bismarck is because he's like been dead 25 years and also is originally from Ireland. And it came there in a box, so he has no clue what's going on from the first one. So then he hitchhikes, and then he has to sit in the back with a bunch of chickens, looking real pissed. It was hilarious.
I think you just explained one of the things that sucked about this movie was that whole thing right there. His whole point is trying to find
the girl who was the mastermind of the project, Rose, had found the gold originally and then used that to pay for all the stuff at the house. So the gold was already spent in Bismarck, the nearest big town that she could get a place to give her money for the gold. So it was never actually an option to give all the gold back, which is how they had to trick him with the gold and the tampons. And that's what set up the joke. Looks like it's your time of the month. And then they trapped him in iron, which was a very good move also, by the way. So that's how that all came about. The lore is just so rich, Mitch. I don't know. What movie are you watching? I'm just kidding. There's just so much depth to the story. Yeah.
No, I don't know. The gold ain't there. I can't remember through all the different Leprechaun movies we've seen I thought he could tell where the gold kind of was. Like he knew where
he's got a sense when the gold is nearby. Yeah, he does have that. That's true.
So, I mean, you would have thought like he'd be like, oh, I don't sense any gold here, so I'll just murder these people and move on. But
he got some of the gold back or in his possession. And then it also helped electrocute him. That was pretty ridiculously stupid.
Or the fool's gold. That was.
Yeah, he got tricked with the fool's gold. That was good. The first time. And then they used that for the iron. Did you see so there's like an iron prison, but it's only what they could find. They literally had kettlebells, like some kettlebells around him in a circle that trapped him somehow. This leprechaun with powers. So that was a little interesting also, but also I laughed. That's all. Kettlebells were literally holding the leprechaun at bay. So stupid. It's so stupid.
I think you've proved my point for me. So with that said, Nate, I just have to ask, what is your final cut?
final cut.
Now, Nate, I'd like for you to go.
You're
first.
going first.
No, you go first. Because I'm deciding how low I want to go.
You're going. How low you're gonna go?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Uh oh.
This movie's bad. But we're talking Leprechaun. Is it worse than the worst Leprechaun movie? Where that's kind of where I'm at my thinking. Where does this Leprechaun sit amongst
Oh my God.
the other
Mitch,
Leprechauns?
As an actual film, it is the best Leprechaun movie.
No, I disagree. The first Leprechaun is the best. The fact that you're saying this is better than the first one, I truly worry that you've had too much to drink. There's no way. There's no way. It's renewable. The fact that they even considered calling it renewable enemy drops
that
it.
Is an all. I'm going to use that phrase a lot.
Minus 20 points already off of the movie just for that.
Look, he's coming back to Shamrock Your World. So.
If both of those had been on there, I would have lost. I would just refuse to do this episode. It's not as good as the first one, but I frankly did like it over the third and really all the others. I don't think it's far off from the first. It's a better Leprechaun movie than others. I'm gonna give this 4 leaf clovers out of 10.
Oh my God, that's incredible! Wow.
I mean, I gave the first one like a 6, I think. So like 4 is high for a Leprechaun film.
That's incredible. Wow. Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I think you made very good points about it is in terms of it's not a bad movie. It's just okay though. Like I think my problem is too much of the Leprechaun. I mean, I've seen enough of these Leprechaun movies that a lot of the puns just don't hit as well because it's like I feel like I've done this one already. And then the other ones are just kind of like all the sorority girl cracks and quips were all, kind of forced in. I don't know. The kills are great. I mean, the kills do so much for this.
They do. They really do.
And honestly, you know what? Maybe it's just because we've seen a lot of Leprechaun movies lately, because of this. Every year we're doing one. I wonder, like, if you watch the first one and you hadn't really seen all the Leprechauns in a while and you watch this, you might like it better. I don't know. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Nate, tell us why it's a 9. I'm assuming that's what you're giving it.
I cannot go that high, but I will say this is an instant classic in the bad, good horror film genre that I was not expecting. And again, I saved this for the podcast. I explicitly did not watch it. I have seen all the other ones. I think all of the other ones multiple times except Origins. I watched it once and I was like, I don't care for this. WWE Films has made some good horror movies. This is just not one of them. But I mean, this was good. I enjoyed this, Mitch. I thought you were gonna like this because if you look at the films we've done recently, Dead Don't Die, The Boy, Bride of Chucky was all right. Puppet Master 4, Possum. Like, it's just not a lot of fun happening in there in those movies.
Yeah.
I thought you might like this one, like an okay amount. I loved it. I thought it was really good. If I retroactively like The Void better because of this movie, because of the director, because I think The Void got him to work out some of the kinks to then perfect during Leprechaun Returns, and then do better in the comedy and Psycho Goreman, but not quite as good in other areas. I really like this. I don't know how high do I go, Mitch? How high can I go where realistically someone won't call me out on social media and say, compare this to Santa Jaws? Like, I don't want that to be like, how high can I go that's like going to be the thing?
Hey, you gotta live your truth, man.
I mean, I'm gonna watch this again because I enjoyed it that much. For a bad movie, this was very good. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 Shamrock Shakes.
Wow, you totally doubled my score. Incredible.
It was so good, Mitch. It was the movie. It wasn't the Leprechaun movie we deserved. It was the Leprechaun movie we needed at the time. And by we, I mean just me.
I'm speechless. I
loved this, Mitch. I cannot believe I'm defending it. So I wasn't expecting to defend this movie this way, but I liked it.
I don't think we've had a movie we disagreed with this much in quite some time. This is egregious.
I think maybe Jack Frost. It's been a long time.
This is egregious, Nate. I can't. 8.
I really liked it. I don't know what to tell you.
Hold on. I mean, you thought
there are certain bad movies. So for me, I like bad movies, right? And then there's bad good. And there's like bad good. This just hits a tier for me where it's like, okay, I know it's not as well constructed of a movie as like, you know, your like actual. So
you think this movie is as good as The Menu? You also gave an 8 to The Menu.
Yeah,
you think this movie?
Yeah,
you think this movie is better than Home Alone 2? Becky.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. The new Hellraiser.
Yeah, I'd watch this over New Hellraiser.
Which you somehow thought Halloween Ends was as good as Hellraiser. Should have called you on that earlier. I need to have these scores up.
Halloween Ends, I gave a 3. What are you talking about?
Oh well, then your sheet is off.
No.
Sorry.
I'm looking
sorry.
at
You
it.
gave Smile and Hellraiser. My eyes.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay. I want to peer through. I want to make sure that we're all saying this is better than Blade Trinity and the Black Phone.
Yeah, I'm probably okay with it. I'm probably okay with that.
Okay, better than I Saw the Devil.
I mean, I definitely
as good as The Northman and Pan's Labyrinth and The Orphanage and Blade 2.
Yeah, about the same. Yeah, about the same level of quality. Yeah, totally.
So, folks,
it's
listening,
an 8 out of 10. What do
you do when someone you love and care about is clearly distraught and needs an intervention? If y'all can send me some resources and point me, how do I help Nate? I'm worried about him.
Yeah, bottle of Jameson.
So Nate, you're perfect.
Snaps.
You're double 8. You're talking Godzilla versus Ghidorah into Leprechaun Returns.
Godzilla versus Ghidorah is actually very that in this movie.
You think this movie's just as good?
Spirits.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe Godzilla.
But somehow Ginger Tin Man got a 2 from you
because it wore out its premise so quickly, which this movie did not do. I guess
classic movie, Little Shop of Horrors. You gave half the score of this.
Oh yeah, and I stand by that 100%.
I'm looking through this. I'm angry. I'm getting angrier as I look at this.
In the good bad movie pantheon, the 8 is basically saying like Leprechaun Returns, you made it. You returned to the top. It's like Jack Frost, Leprechaun Returns, like what Ice Cream Man. You know, that's the level I'm talking. I want to give it some props that it's hit that.
Devil's advocate, you gave the same score. I am beside myself.
Look, he's got a great ass.
Saint Maud. This movie is better than Saint Maud.
Yeah, I mean, better fire scene. Yeah, definitely.
You gave Santa Slay a 7. So you think this movie is better than Santa Slay?
Santa Slay is right about there, pretty close to Leprechaun Returns in terms of like the good bad movie, like upper echelon. So it's very close in the same league of Santa Slay, I would say. Yeah,
This movie's better according to you than the Hills Have Eyes. So
Hills Have Eyes is very uneven. So this movie's just consistently great. I don't know, Mitch.
You gave Host the same score. I want you to stick to it, but you're gonna sit there and listen to me question every question. Your guard. I get so much shit for my ratings, Nate, and you're over here giving Leprechaun Returns an 8. How dare you? How dare you give it that high? What the fuck? If y'all are not eviscerating Nate for this bullshit, I sneeze wrong at a movie and people are like, you don't like Santa Jaws. It's like, no, but Nate's over here giving an 8 to goddamn no Leprechaun movie ever. You could add them all up and they shouldn't equal an 8. Nate, there should be one per. There's 8 movies, and that I stand by that. There's 8 movies, and their collective score should not be an 8. Okay.
I don't know. Let the people decide. Let's see what happens. Can someone request Leprechaun Returns again, like mid-year, and like, will you stick with that, Mitch? Like, will you watch the movie again?
You gave Constantine an 8, and that episode was titled "Middle Finger to Heaven," and I feel like this score is giving a middle finger to me.
Hey, Leprechaun had a really good flick off in this one too.
This movie, according to Nate, is as good as The Lighthouse. I'm just deleting this file. I don't even want to look at this anymore. I'm just angry. Nate, tell them where they can find us. You can find me punching a wall right after this episode.
Yeah, you can find Mitch at the bottom of a bottle. After
God damn it. I'm about to start chugging Jameson to forget this.
I don't even know. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I guess is the main takeaway from this episode. If you want to see Instant Classic, or if you want to listen to Instant Classic episode, you're already listening to it, but other classic Leprechaun episodes, check us out. Texas Podcast Massacre on all your podcast platforms, at TX Pod Massacre on Twitter, Texas Podcast Massacre everywhere else. Give us a call. Maybe console Mitch. I don't know, something, or like a more positive St. Patrick's Day message at 346-246-3143. Send an email at texaspodcastmassacre@gmail.com. Yeah, we have. I mean, how many we've done? This is Mitch. This was our 5th Leprechaun movie. Leprechaun 1, 3, 4, Hood.
3 more years and I'm free of this curse.
This is our now 5. We've done 5 Leprechaun movies. Well, unless they make another one in the meantime. So,
well, quick, how old is his son?
How old's what?
Warwick Davis' son.
I think that ship has sailed back to Ireland on that one. I don't know if that's happening. But this Lyndon Porco guy is only 26, so he is ready to go for decades, ideally. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so happy St. Patrick's Day. That rant at the end was great, Mitch. And then look on the lookout. Don't know when it's going to happen, but Lisa will be back for an episode at some point for a secret movie that I'm very excited about.
Secret screening. That's right. Well, that's what we'll call it.
secret screening. And so if you have questions for Lisa, that's where you call 346-246-3143 or send us an email.
Yeah, we want a special Lisa mailbag for when she's back. Maybe this movie will be good enough to convince her back into it. Right now, she's still, she think dealing with the normal horrors of motherhood is enough for her right now.
Jesus. All right. Well,
look. Wow. You try bringing 3 unholy children around, running all over the place. It's
that's true. That sounds like a lot.
Plus all the evil nannies that are following around.
Evil. If you can afford
all the
evil
blood,
nanny, I feel like it's not so bad.
all the pig's blood on all the different prom dresses, all the wells. I mean, the kids keep falling. Samara keeps trying to fall down a well like every 5 minutes. It's just Jesus, so tiring.
Yeah, well, watch out for well. Tell her the leprechaun's in there. Show her this movie. See what happens.
Jesus. I did, and we watched this movie, and I said, "This is why we stay away from the wells."
Movie, yeah,
now,
subconsciously, like maybe subconsciously, the wells are just not an option anymore.
This would be. Do we get Samara versus Lep in a?
Now, okay, Mitch, stop pitching many incredible Leprechaun movies because his franchise is.
Can the movie be called Well?
Great with them. Yeah. All's well that dies well.
Oh,
would be a tagline. I mean,
that should be a tagline for this episode.
Yeah, there you go. See, you're welcome. Leprechaun.
Well, from all of us here, have a happy St. Paddy's Day, and from all of us here, I'm so angry at you, Nate. From all of us here at Texas Podcast Massacre, just keep telling yourself it's only a movie. Good night.